In a continuously growing Treasure Valley, there's a constant debate on how we use the land around us. Zoning laws try to map this out, but we still argue over what should be commercial land and what should be residential. What about the land in between, the wasted land? I'm talking about land that's not used for anything. It's just sitting there. Well, affordable housing nonprofit LEAP says these plots of land could help chip away at the affordable housing shortage in the Treasure Valley. However, that land isn't free. Nobody's just giving it away. And LEAP says a lot of empty and underutilized land belongs to local churches. And under LEAP's new Yes in God's Backyard initiative, churches are actually giving it away. Here's Andrew Bartline.
Keep your ears open around this Nampa neighborhood, and you might just hear a call you can answer. Reverend Nathan Roscom did.
Ever since I was in high school, I felt called to be in pastoral ministry.
The call. It led Reverend Roscom to the Lakeview Church of the Nazarene.
Yeah, I think for us, our mission is to be disciples, make disciples, and love our neighbor.
But not every church follower can even be a neighbor.
And we're in the north side of Nampa, and there's kind of greater need. A lot of individuals that struggle just aren't making enough.
Enough just to make ends meet.
I mean, we have people in our congregation who live in RVs in different places in RV parks.
The lack of affordable housing is hard to ignore. According to housing nonprofit LEAP, the Treasure Valley alone is behind more than 8,000 affordable housing units.
Rents that are just astronomical. We see housing prices soaring.
But it wasn't even about what Reverend Roscom saw. It was about what he heard, the call.
We just straight out donated the land to them, no strings attached.
The church donated this plot of land to LEAP. The housing nonprofit will build an affordable home and sell it to a low-income family. LEAP will retain ownership of the land to ensure the property remains affordable to low-income families for the foreseeable future.
Dude, churches have a ton of property in the Treasure Valley, and a lot of it isn't being used for anything. And this is something that a lot of churches in our area can do.
And churches are doing it, including the Collister United Methodist Church. They leased the back of their parking lot to LEAP for 50 years at $1 a year. LEAP built 2 affordable rental units on the land. The projects are all part of a conceited effort LEAP calls Yes in God's Backyard.
You know, it's not a lot, but it's a house. And this is a way we can respond, as Christ followers, to an actual need that's in our area.
Sure, Reverend Roscom could have sold the land.
Well, we could do something unique with this.
But making a buck was never part of the call.
There's lives involved too. Like, how can we be mindful?
Reverend Roscom hopes he's not the only one listening.
I feel good that we can do that, right? That we can inspire other churches, and that it can serve as an example to our own parishioners.
LEAP says this home will be priced for a family that makes 80% of the area median income. The city of Nampa defines that as low to moderate income, while that Collister project is priced to rent for families making 30% of the area median income. That's defined as extremely low income by the city of Boise. So there are several different projects in the works, Brian, of different churches doing this. I know LEAP is trying to get more churches to sign on to it. I mean, it's not going to solve the problem. There's not 8,000 churches that are going to say, here's land, but it's something.
There's 2 from Collister, 1 from Lakeview. I mean, it is something. It's a little bit at a time. Like you said, there's a lot of layers to this. You can't just put a 15-story apartment complex in the middle of wherever just because you want to.
It's not zoned for that in the middle of a Nampa neighborhood.
Right.
Certainly not.
It's all right. Well, like you said, they're doing something, and as you heard them say, hopefully somebody else will step up and do the same thing.
Yep, they're having success with it early with 2 churches.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew.